Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of FCA Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Weekly digest for week 3 of November 2025. India is implementing a wave of nuts and bolts reforms at the state level to simplify business operations and manufacturing. These changes, including easing land and labor rules, limiting compliance checks, and allowing for mixed-use development, significantly improving the ease of doing business. States like Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, and Tripura are leading this transformation with a focus on removing operational frictions. L'Oreal, the global beauty giant, is setting up a major technology and operations hub in Hyderabad. This new center will spearhead global innovation and research for the company. The move signifies L'Oreal's increasing focus on India. The company aims for India to become one of its top 10 markets soon. This expansion highlights India's growing importance for multinational corporations. Hong Kong is targeting fresh foreign direct investment into India, focusing on fintech, tokenization, and green finance. The region aims to leverage its capital raising ecosystem and expertise to support India's digital transformation and sustainability goals. This collaboration also sees Hong Kong attracting Indian companies and talent, fostering a two-way economic synergy. Force Motors is expanding its global footprint and defense segment presence, leveraging its strong domestic position in shared mobility solutions. The Pune-based automaker, which has been debt-free for 2 quarters now, has earmarked about Rs 2,000 crore capex for 3 years to bolster digitization, modernize and enhance production facilities, enhance sales infrastructure, and roll out electric products. The government plans to revise valuation norms under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code or IBC to ensure intangible assets are fully captured in assessments of distressed companies while giving the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India or IBBI greater authority over how valuation reports are prepared. In a discussion paper, the IBBI said the move aims to address concerns relating to inconsistencies, lack of uniformity, and other related issues in the conduct of valuations under the IBC 2016. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has notified the Digital Personal Data Protection or DPDP Rules 2025, providing detailed operational guidance for the implementation of the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. The rules establish the procedural framework for data fiduciaries, consent managers, and the Data Protection Board of India or DPBI, ensuring effective governance of personal data processing in India. India's Reliance Consumer Products or RCPL is set to enter India's fast-growing pet foods market, offering its products at up to half the prices of leading players such as Nestle, Mars, Godrej Consumer Products, and Imami. Reliance has told distributors and trade channels that it is pricing its brand Waggies 20 to 50% cheaper than existing players, similar to its strategy in colas. Dulux paint maker Akzo Nobel NV is reportedly in merger talks with Axalta Coating Systems. The companies would announce a deal soon. Axalta, a coatings provider for automotive and industrial uses, saw its shares rise significantly on the news. This potential combination could reshape the paint and coatings industry. Further details on the deal value are not yet public. Stellantis, which owns automotive brands like Fiat, Jeep and Chrysler, is targeting Rs 10,000 crore in component exports from India through its suppliers in 2026. Currently, Indian suppliers contribute Rs 4,000 crore annually. Stellantis has invested heavily in India and operates manufacturing plants in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. In 2024, Stellantis shipped 10,000 fully built vehicles from India alongside 300,000 engines and powertrains. Retail investing platform Grow is one of the hottest stocks on the Indian bourses. Grow shares ripped another 17.76% on Thursday to close at Rs 174.77 a piece, extending the momentum that began with its blockbuster debut. The rally has now pushed the company's valuation to Rs 1,07,895.95 crore or about $12 billion, turning Grow into one of India's most valuable listed fintechs practically overnight. The rally has also minted a new billionaire, Lalit Keshar, co-founder and CEO of Grow, who holds 55.91 crore shares or 9.06% of the company, now sits on a stake worth roughly Rs 9,448 crore, placing him comfortably around the $1.1 billion mark at current prices. The Reserve Bank of India or RBI has issued the Trade Relief Measures Directions 2025, introducing a set of regulatory relaxations to support exporters and borrowers affected by prevailing trade and economic disruptions. The credit period for both pre-shipment and post-shipment export credit disbursed up to March 31, 2026 has been extended from 1 year to 450 days. This extension offers exporters additional time to realize export proceeds and manage working capital effectively amidst global trade uncertainties. As Dalal Street winds down from a blockbuster year of equity offerings, another kind of IPO is just beginning, one not listed on any exchange, yet commanding premium valuations. Welcome to Family IPO. India's wedding season is in full swing, projected to raise a staggering $74 billion or Rs 6.5 lakh crore over just 45 days, nearly 2% of nation's GDP. From mid-November to December, the country will host 4.5 to 6 million weddings, an average of 100,000 ceremonies a day. India's wedding industry has evolved into a powerful economic engine, so large and dynamic that a 45-day peak season alone injects more than Rs 6 lakh crore into the economy. Creditors of Jayaprakash Associates have unanimously favored Adani Enterprises' bid over Vedanta's, despite Vedanta offering a higher overall value. Lenders prioritize Adani's offer due to higher upfront payments, though the net present value was slightly lower. This decision, which concluded Tuesday, could face legal challenges as Adani was not the highest bidder. Volkswagen is significantly reducing its electric vehicle development expenses in India. The German automaker is actively searching for a local collaborator to enhance its limited market presence. This strategic move aims to share costs and risks in a competitive landscape. Volkswagen is exploring partnerships with Indian manufacturers and groups like JSW. Microsoft Corporation India Private Limited, the Indian subsidiary of the Satya Nadella-led tech giant, saw its profit grow by over a third, primarily driven by strong revenue growth across its software products and services business. The company reported a net profit of Rs 1,245.2 crore for the fiscal year 2024-25, up 38.6% from Rs 898 crore earned in the previous year, as stated in its financial filing with the Registrar of Companies. The tech firm recorded operating revenue of around Rs 28,754.8 crore in financial year 25, an increase of 27.5% year-on-year. The Karnataka government is investing Rs 600 crore in deep tech and AI, and along with leading venture capital firms, to create a joint fund of over Rs 1,000 crore to support startups in these sectors in the state. The government also plans to establish 6 globally benchmarked centers of excellence across state clusters with a budget outlay of Rs 90 crore to drive R&D, talent development and industry academia collaboration in sectors like software, biotech, deftronics, semiconductors, quantum, AI/ML, robotics, blockchain and space tech. In a significant move, Microsoft on Tuesday announced a strategic partnership with NVIDIA and Anthropic. As part of this partnership, Anthropic has committed to purchase $30 billion of Azure compute capacity and to contract additional compute capacity up to 1 gigawatt. Additionally, Microsoft and Nvidia have committed to invest up to $5 billion and $10 billion respectively in Anthropic. Anthropic is a direct competition to OpenAI, also backed by Microsoft. With a large number of global capability centers in India moving beyond AI pilots, the sector is expected to see an 11% increase in jobs, taking the total workforce count to 2.4 million by 2026 and 3.46 million by 2030, according to a report. GCCs are moving away from metro cities to smaller cities to capitalize on the proposition of 10 to 12% lower attrition rates, 30 to 50% lower office costs, and 20 to 35% talent cost advantages, said the report. Kotak Mahindra Bank and Federal Bank are in the race to purchase the retail and wealth management businesses of Deutsche Bank in India. This is the second attempt in 8 years by the German lender to sell this revenue stream in the country. The proposed sale forms part of a larger global restructuring under CEO Christian Sewing aimed at boosting profitability. IndusInd Bank is set for a major restructuring. The bank aims to improve profits and address underperformance. New CEO Rajiv Anand plans to enhance efficiency and focus on artificial intelligence and retail expansion. This initiative follows a period of turbulence and a governance shake-up. The bank seeks to strengthen its balance sheet and improve its return on assets. The insolvency regulator has proposed uniform formats and documentation for valuing stressed companies during bankruptcy resolution. These draft guidelines aim to ensure scientific approach, reduce arbitrary valuations, and promote consistency and transparency. The regulator is seeking stakeholder feedback on the proposed changes by December 10th. EaseBuzz on Wednesday secured approvals from the Reserve Bank of India to operate as a full-service payment aggregator, allowing the company to handle online, offline, and cross-border transactions. The authorizations place EaseBuzz in a small cohort of payment-centric fintech companies including Pine Labs, PayU, and Concerto that have cleared all three regulatory gates. With the RBI approvals, the company can offer merchants a unified fintech stack spanning internet payments, point-of-sale systems, UPI soundboxes, and cross-border flows. The International Financial Services Centers Authority, or IFSCA, has issued a directive requiring mandatory certification for key personnel responsible for compliance under the IFSCA Anti-Money Laundering, Combating the Financing of Terrorism, and Know Your Customer guidelines. All designated directors and principal officers appointed under the AML CFT KYC guidelines are now required to undergo the specialized certification titled NISM IFSCA 01 certification on AML and CFT. US insurer The Standard has set up Stan Corp Global Services India as a new global capability center in Bengaluru and Pune to support its technology transformation and future growth. The Standard is a US-based group of companies that offers disability, life, dental, vision, and other protection products, along with retirement services and annuities. Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS, has partnered with private equity firm TPG to establish a multi-billion-dollar joint venture, HyperVault AI Data Center Limited. This collaboration aims to build large-scale AI and sovereign data centers in India, with TCS and TPG investing significantly to meet the growing AI demand and bolster TCS's position as a leading AI-led technology services firm. Marvell Technology plans to ramp up hiring and research in India to meet rising global demand for AI infrastructure, its India head Naveen Bishnoi told Reuters. The US chipmaker aims to expand its 1,700 employee base by 15% annually over 3 years and is in talks with hyperscalers and local firms as India's data center footprint grows. Mahindra Group is targeting significant growth in its auto sector revenue by financial year 30. The company plans to expand its SUV and light commercial vehicle offerings. These vehicles will be introduced in India and exported to right-hand and left-hand drive markets globally. Mahindra also aims to deploy 1 million electric vehicles for the last mile mobility in India by 2031. Big Basket has raised Rs 200 crore or $22.7 million in debt from DBS Bank Limited, according to filings with the Registrar of Companies. Innovative Retail Private Limited, the company's B2C arm, approved the issuance of 20,000 non-convertible debentures at a face value of Rs 1 lakh apiece to secure the funding. The online grocer, which last tapped investors in 2022 with a 200 million round led by Tata Digital, plans to use the fresh debt to expand and maintain its network of dark stores. Big Basket has been stepping up investments to keep pace with rivals Zepto, Blinkit, and Swiggy Instamart. All three have been accelerating their own dark store footprints this year as the battle for 10 to 20 minute delivery customers intensifies. Agraga, the Mumbai-based digital freight forwarder, has raised Rs 100 crore in its pre-Series B funding round led by Bajaj Finserv Limited with participation from Ivy Cap Ventures and select global angel investors experienced in logistics and finance. The company plans to use the new funding to expand its cross-border logistics capabilities, strengthen its less-than-container load or LCL business, and advance its work in automation, real-time visibility, and integrated financial services. Reliance Group has distanced itself from Reliance Communications and Anil Ambani after the ED, or the Enforcement Directorate, attached fresh assets as part of an alleged money laundering probe against Anil Ambani and his companies. Enforcement Directorate has attached fresh assets worth more than Rs 1,400 crores of Anil Ambani and his companies, bringing the total value of assets attached in this case to about Rs 9,000 crores. India has officially implemented 4 new labour codes, consolidating 29 existing laws to modernize its labour governance. This historic move, effective November 21, 2025, aims to simplify regulations, boost worker welfare, enhance safety, and align with global standards. The government hails this as a significant step towards a more efficient and work-centric labour ecosystem. Meesho is targeting a $6 billion valuation as it prepares for a December IPO. The e-commerce firm is also in talks with SBI funds for a pre-IPO placement that could alter issue size. Meesho plans to raise Rs 42.5 billion through fresh shares alongside a major offer for sale by existing investors. Foxconn plans to invest up to $3 billion each year in artificial intelligence. The world's largest electronics maker anticipates a significant consolidation in China's electric vehicle sector soon. Foxconn is also in discussions with the Japanese government regarding potential investments in artificial intelligence and electric vehicles. This strategic shift prioritizes AI infrastructure and technology development. US chipmaker Marvell Technology plans to boost hiring and research spending in India to tap surging global demand for AI infrastructure. The company aims to grow its 1,700 strong workforce in India by 15% annually over the next 3 years. Bengaluru serves as Marvell's India headquarters, while its Hyderabad center focuses on security solutions for data centers. It has a team specializing in embedded development for networking and storage in Pune. Trident Group is set to transform the industrial landscape of Punjab with an investment of Rs 2,000 crore aimed at growth and modernization. The company plans to ramp up its terry towel production and upgrade its paper facilities in Barnala. In addition, a new corporate headquarters and a capacity building hub will be established in Mohali. The Government of India notified the Digital Personal Data Protection Rules 2025 or the DPDP rules under the enacted Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023 or the Act. This long-awaited step comes 2 years after the Act's passage and marks a landmark moment in India's digital privacy regime. The rules translate the Act's broad mandates into concrete procedures for businesses, government agencies, and data principals or individuals. The final DPDP rules are detailed, comprising 23 rules and 7 schedules, and cover a wide range of topics, including consent notices, data breach protocols, and the powers of the new Data Protection Board. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.